dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it
what
needs
up, y'all?
you.
It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for Paper Saber Universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about Collision, April 12, 2025, in Springfield at the Mass Mutual Arena. I know it's been a minute since I've been on camera, but it is such a beautiful day. Like, look at that. Oh my goodness. Beautiful skies, a little cloudy, just right for a podcast, if I must say. But I had a nice walk this morning. I'm getting that back in it, so you'll see those clips. But let's just go. Let's just try this out, okay? Let's see how we do right here. Wait, I hear a plane. I hear a plane. I hear a plane. Okay. This is Collision right here. Tony and Nigel on commentary. We started off with FTR. Sorry for the moving camera. I'll put my foot there. I like this opening segment. I kind of figured what FTR's beat was going to be when he's like, oh, Edge is being selfish, or Cope, whatever you want to call him, our best friend. You know, I kind of figured that's what it was going to be. But my favorite part about this whole opening, even though I kind of understood what they were going to say, was the fact that they called out Tony, and Nigel was like, hey, no, don't go in the ring. Don't do that. Please, 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 please. And Tony's like, I gotta say it. He goes up there, he says his stuff. FTR doesn't like that, so they're gonna attack Tony. And as they're gonna attack Tony, Nigel jumps in to help him. He saves him. And I don't know why I was moved by that. He's like, hey, no, don't do this. Don't do this, please. So then Daniel Garcia comes out to help a little bit. But I love the fact that Nigel doesn't even help Daniel Garcia. Oh my gosh. And then it was just this weird and awkward, they pick up Daniel Garcia and they have then they like give him a hug and they walk out. But after Tony and Nigel are catching their breath, Tony's like, I'm very sorry everybody about that, blah blah blah. And Nigel says, you don't ever do that again, and when I tell you to sit down, you sit, or I'm gonna beat your ass. And I thought that was really sweet. It was really sweet to me. This opening thing was like, okay, I kind of get what FTR is gonna go for, but I did not expect Nigel going in for the save, which I really did enjoy. Then we get the Owen Hart tournament. One of them, Hayter versus Billy Starks. Hayter's gonna. This is the thing about this whole Owen Hart bracket thing that is just driving me crazy. It's like, it's pretty predictable who's going to go all the way. Hayter gets the win. Awesome. Okay, sure. She laid one into Billy, though. She went whoop-ah. It was like whoop-ah. You know, she almost knocked her ass out. I was just like, damn. But Hayter gets the win. Get a Mox Cult promo. Poor Pac was announced he was hurt. His ankle. Man, that dude's always getting hurt. But shout out to Pac, the bastard. I hope you get healed up pretty quick. But John Moxley is taking his place in the Trios Champions. He's the intermediate Trios Champion. So I'm going to find that interesting when we go next week against the Ops. Or this week, happy WrestleMania weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Gates of Agony versus Squash Gang, getting them W's. That's what it's all about. We get Lexi with FTR, but of course, cut off real quick by Cool Hand and Daddy Magic. They're like, hey, what you're doing to Daniel Garcia, what you did to Cope is wrong. It's a bunch of bullshit. We knew your true colors would show. We knew they would show. So, they basically just sets up a match later on, and FTR's like, top guys out. Then we get Blake Christian versus Anthony Bowens. Anthony Daniels. Daddy asses with him. Anthony Bowens is this new and improved. He is the pride of wrestling. This is who he is. And I would like to see where he's going to go with this. He does cut a promo afterwards. Kind of similar to Max Caster saying, I will be here every single week. You know, I will do this. I'll do that. I will beat everybody I can. So the era of Anthony is here. Then we get into Megan Bayne versus two, not one, but two for the price of two. Megan Bayne and Penelope Forbes on the side of the ring. We got to rebuild Megan Bayne after the Dynasty pay-per-view. Then we get Kevin Knight versus AR Fox. This was fun. It's like, you hear Kevin Knight versus AR Fox, you know what you're going to get. You just know it. Well, I did. And I got a lot. We got Gates of Agony promo afterwards. They're calling out the Hurt Syndicate, and part of me was like, ooh, ooh. My wife's like, why are you clutching your notebook like that? It's like, I want to see the gates of agony and the hurt syndicate beat each other's ass. That's why. FTR versus Daddy and Angelo. We get some blood in this match, but FTR, of course, gets the win. And then then Daniel Garcia comes out. They pretend, oh, no, Daddy, it's fine, it's fine. Then they attack Daniel Garcia. And who comes out? I was like, ooh, the Undisputed Kingdom. No, they're the Paragon. They were the Paragon. Because we got several names going on here. Adam Cole out there, the championship, checking on Daniel Garcia, but they help. But FTR took out security. They're crazy. They're a big heel tag team, baby. I'm interested to see where they're going with this. We get another Owen Hart, Athena versus Harley. This was entertaining for what it was. I really did enjoy, I just enjoy Harley. And I knew Harley was not going to win this match. That's what I mean. This seems a little bit predictable at this point. But Athena is going to go head-to-head with Mercedes Moné next week. Mercedes Moné is quick to cut a promo. I like the fact that they put live in the corner just to show us that it's live. I don't think it was live. I think it was all pre-taped. But Mercedes Moné and Athena Finger, dream match, right? This on a big it's next week. It's next week here in Boston. I'm excited for that. I'm very excited for that. So I want Athena to beat that ass, but there's no way they're gonna let Mercedes Moné lose in this tournament. Oh, the gods didn't like that. They blew some wind over here. Woo. Unless I just farted. But yeah, I don't think Mercedes Moné is going to lose this tournament. Then we go right into Brody versus Takeshita. Two meaty meat men slapping meat and beating meat. It's supposed to sound dirty, but this was an awesome match between Brody King and Takeshita. I knew Takeshita was going to win. Then we're going to get Will Ospreay and Takeshita next. See, that's what I mean about the tournament bracket. I'm like, okay, that's where I see where they're going. That's where I see them going. I want a little unpredictability here. A little unpredictability, Tony. That's it. I'm enjoying these matches, but I want some unpredictability. We got a sad Julia Hart. Sad. I don't like sad Julia Hart. That makes me... So, Pac is out. They are live next Thursday. I don't think they're live. I think they're going to film back-to-back either... Wednesday, then I don't know. We shall see. So next week, Spring Breakthrough, Boston, Massachusetts, May 25th, Double or Nothing in Phoenix, Arizona, right down the street from Flagstaff. And that's it. And that's all. My match of the night is Brody King versus Takeshita. Moment of the night, I gotta say the opening segment. I really did enjoy Nigel's trying to save Tony Schiavone. Not Tony Storm. Oh, we had a great Tony Storm. Almost forgot this. This is my moment of the night. Tony Storm cutting a promo on all these women and dropping it like it's hot and dropping them bars. I love you, Tony Storm. Love. Yeah, so you got to watch that promo. It's great. She's going after all of them and talking about Mercedes Moné. You're going to cash out your 401k. You're going to drink my bath water. I was like, damn, dropping them bars. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all. I give this Collision a solid 3 out of 5. That's it. That's all. Like and subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandpa. Share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Moving the referee out. One more time. Boom! That's the name. 1, 2, 3.